Hi all, this video lecture we will be discussing about the components of Raspberry Pi. So let me introduce what is a Raspberry Pi. This is a low-cost mini computer. The size of the Raspberry Pi will be like a credit card size. So this can run on various platforms, Linux-based platforms, and this can perform at most all the tasks what a normal computer can do. So this Raspberry Pi helps you to interface the sensors and actuators through the pins, general purpose input output pins, GPIO pins, through which you can connect with the sensors and actuators. And then you can use the Linux platform, and this Raspberry Pi supports Python. You can run code on Python, and you can perform all the programming logics using Raspberry Pi. Okay, so this is about the introduction of Raspberry Pi. Let us see the components of Raspberry Pi. Okay, so you can look at the picture here. This is the Raspberry Pi board. So these are the components of Raspberry Pi. You will be having GPIO pins. So this is the GPIO pins, general purpose input output pins. You can connect the sensors and actuators through this GPIOs. Okay. And you have status LEDs, you have USB port, you have Ethernet, you can have CSA connector camera, HDMI output, you have for power card, you can connect to USB, micro USB power slot, you can have storage for storage devices, you have SD card slot. Then for connecting to the display, you have DSI connector display. So these are the uh, components of the Raspberry. You will see what is the purpose of each and every component. So USB port, you can either connect to a mouse or a keyboard. And Raspberry Pi supports two USB port, and you can use current up to 100 amps. Then you have SD card slot. This, like, you can use it for storage. And then you have Ethernet port, which can be used to connect with a network or a wireless area network. You can connect the Raspberry Pi to a network using cable, or you can also use wireless. Then you have audio output. So here it is 3.5 millimeter audio output jack you have. So this you can connect it to the TVs, and you can have the audio output, and you also have a video output. So HDMI port, you can use it for both audio and video output. You can connect it to a monitor using a HDMI cable. Then you have USB power connector. So this you can use to connect to the power supply. Then you have status LED. In Raspberry Pi, you have 5 status LEDs. One is ACT, that is for SD card access. Then you have power status light to denote whether the power is present or not. Then you have FDX status LED, that is full duplex LAN connectivity. Then LNK stands for link or network connectivity. Then you have a 100 Mbit LAN connectivity. So there are 5 status LEDs to represent the connectivity is present or not. Okay. Then, as I told you, this is GPIO pins. You have n number of general purpose input output pins. So you can look at the diagram here. And in this GPIO header, there are 4 types of pins available. One is like the true GPIO pins. Then you have I2C interface pins. I2C means inter-integrated chip uh, interface pins. Then you have SPI pins, that is serial peripheral interface pins. And then you have serial receiver and transmitter pins. So these are the 4 types of pins that is available with the Raspberry Pi GPIO pins. So as I told you, for interfaces, you have serial interface, that is you have a receive and transmit pins for communication with the serial peripherals. Then you have SPI. This is synchronous serial data protocol used for communicating with one or more peripheral devices. And then you have I2C, that is integrated circuit self interface pins. This helps you to connect to the hardware modules, and this I2C interface will allow synchronous data transfer with just 2 pins, that is one is SDA and another one is SCL. That is SDA is for the data line and SCL is for the clock line. So this is the components of Raspberry Pi. Okay, thank you.